My name is Franke, and I've been studying about solar robots and solar vehicles. And the way solar works is the sun's flares produce a proton, and whenever it hits a solar panel, it bounces around until it could get to a positive wire. And then the positive wire brings it to a charger, and then the charger goes into a battery, which can be stored. So later, if it needs to use it, it can. But if it's a DC motor, it goes straight from the battery to the DC motor. And that has less effect than the AC three-phase. So if you wanted it to be a AC, it would have the battery go to an inverter, which would change it from DC to AC, and the VFO, variable frequency divine, would put it into a AC three-phase motor, which is more effective than a DC motor. So I got this solar robot, and it came in a kit that I had to build. It took me about 45 minutes with help, and this is a DC motor which goes from the solar panels down into this one. It goes from the solar panels into the wires and down into a motor, which runs the gears inside of them, which run these to make it move. And now you can see it work. So here you go. Here's it working. And the more sun it has, the faster it actually goes. I mean, it won't actually go into the pool because it can't really climb so well. If you look closely, the front tracks have, the front wheels have almost like tires, but the back ones do not because they broke. I wanted to know how solar can be used for transportation, so I went and looked online at www.sunflyer.com, and it's this plane that they're making that have solar panels that actually power the engine so it can fly. So my family got solar water panels, and to heat the pool that I have. So then the panels actually warm the pool and help it get warm, and there is a special way to get it to work. So right now the solar panels are active by this machine, and how it works is this switch turns it on, and it goes through those pipes up there, and then up into the panels, and there's like these spines in them that the black panels catches it, so it would warm it up. The heat goes into the spines, and the water goes through that and then catches the heat, goes down another one of those lines, and then goes back to it, goes through a thing in there, and then heads to the pool, heads to the jets in the pool. Every once in a while, it could even, if it would allow it to, if there was a lot of sun, it could go to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So solar is actually good for the environment and helps not destroy the earth, because fossil fuel is, they're almost out of it because there's not much left. And every day, lots and lots of it gets used, but if they made really good solar cars, people can use those and no fuel at all. And it is actually better for the environment. So for the last part of my presentation is fun facts. The first use of solar was actually not even didn't use solar panels at all. It was used by cavemen back in the past. Their caves that they lived in faced towards where the sun hits the most. So then they left it open all day so where it could get really warm. And at night, the heat would go off into the cave and make it warmer for them. And the other thing I learned was that they're starting to make solar dirt bikes. Instead of using fuel, it uses solar. You charge it up at first, and then you can go and ride it. Instead of making loud sounds, it doesn't make any sound at all. So now, finally, my resources. My first resource was the kids' solar energy book. It was one of my main resources that helped me know a lot about solar. And one of the other resources was my dad. He helped me figure out how solar panels work and how it goes into motors and everything, and hertz and how many hertz go into 1 second and stuff like that. And then my last resource was the solar robot kit that I built this out of. And that is all, and thank you for watching.